So that was Paris, right?
Yeah.
So what was the next bit stop from France?
From France, we went to Brussels. We traveled by bus. We took a Flix bus. It was,
Okay,
I think, 5 hours long journey. It also
yeah,
started raining actually because in different parts of Europe it had started snowing too.
okay,
So, I mean, it was very gloomy. The experience wasn't that great, but I mean, to be fair, you don't get to see anything on either sides of the road, right? I mean, it's
yeah,
just vast expanses of land. Uh, and that is across the countries that we went to, from France to Brussels, from Brussels to Bruges, and Bruges, and from there
mm,
when we came back to Brussels, and then when we went back to Eindhoven, Amsterdam, everything is just flat, and one of those dark things that struck me while I was observing the topography of the place, I
yeah,
realized that, I mean, on such a flat topography,
mm,
I just couldn't fathom the fact that how is it that people were fighting world wars in this topography? Like, it made so much sense that people were
yeah,
dying by thousands and lakhs because there is nowhere to hide. The
yeah,
only way
yeah.
you can hide is by building bunkers and going below the ground. Because otherwise,
Even that requires forest cover. You require forest cover to actually hide in
yeah,
bunkers
I
and
mean,
all, like Vietnam. Yeah,
yeah, I mean, forest cover, yes, but I mean, you don't get to see abundance of forest also. Like, there could be different forests in different countries
yeah,
there, but I mean, looking at just the topography of it, it felt as if, oh my God, like people
mm,
died in lakhs during the World War made so much sense because, of course, like there is no cover for people to take.
yeah,
Yeah, we went to Brussels on day one.
yeah,
Like we went there, it was a little gloomy. We rested, we went for a walk, went to the city square. Like every main European city ends up having a city square where there is a main castle of the king of those times. So I mean, Brussels also had a great celebratory vibe going because of the Christmas. So it was brilliant. So on day one in Brussels, we just walked around. From there, we in the evening we went to Delirium Cafe. So Delirium Cafe is one of those places. I don't think I'd be adding a lot of value by saying Delirium Cafe because anyone who goes to Brussels does end up visiting Delirium Cafe. But I want to
okay,
call it out because I loved the place so much. Uh, One should definitely go to Delirium Cafe at least once in their life.
yeah,
Uh, Great beers, great flavors. I mean, my personal favorite was the cherry flavored beer that they serve. And it is probably a memory of my lifetime that I had with that one single flavor.
it was recommended to you by one, or it was
No,
basis
actually,
online review?
Google reviews. It was all Google reviews. I mean, we searched for
Yeah.
it. We went there, and later when I told my friends about it, my friends were like, "Arey, this was the place that we were telling you about." I was like, "Okay." I didn't know. I couldn't recall, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
probably the fortune was kind, and I just happened to be there. So yeah, I mean, day one in Brussels was quite chill. Day two was probably the highest point of the trip. We went to Bruges. Bruges is a very small town in probably, I don't know if I'm right, but northwest Belgium. It's a place known for absurdly beautiful buildings. It has
Okay.
oh my God, like it is one of those places where you don't have to create a frame for your camera. Hold your camera anywhere, anyhow, click a picture, and it's a good picture. The sky is clean, you have cobbled streets below you, there is a canal on the side, there is a building whose shadow falls into the canal, there are trees lining the streets, there are restaurants that are around, there are people who are walking around, and there are those uh, you know, medieval, those horse carts of medieval times, like regal horses,
Yeah.
like huge horses, walking beside you. and then there are those strips within Brussels which go through the canals and show
Yeah.
you the medieval architecture. But Brussels, I think that's one place that uh, deserves a trip of its own. Like if someone can find time on their trip and just spend
Yeah.
probably a night and 2 days in Brussels, that's the
Okay.
only way you can do justice to that place.
But
Unfortunately, we didn't have
when
that
you
much
say
time.
2 days just to stroll around and
Yeah,
sink it in, or
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Just
yeah,
stroll around and sink it in. Like
yeah,
absorb the place as much as you can.
yeah,
I mean, we were there for good 4 or 5 hours, I guess.
yeah,
Uh, but I mean, imagine like within those 4 or 5 hours, I mean, I have a memory of a lifetime there. So yeah, Brussels, like Bruges is very very special. So yeah, from there we went to Ghent. Now Ghent is again a very interesting place. Okay, uh, so I mean the architecture that you see in Ghent is a combination of medieval plus contemporary times. So you don't
okay,
just get to see, uniformity in architecture all over, or those typical yellow, red, white combinations of paint on the buildings. On the contrary, everything seems black and white in Ghent. Okay.
nice,
And uh, it seems as if, like it's a place uh right from the set of Game of Thrones, perhaps. Okay, like not the exterior of it, but the interior of it.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
all the buildings are roughly, black and white in color, and they are, very intricate, very finely detailed, tall structures, all of that, and also very, I would say, overpowering. As architecture, you feel very small in front of it, because it's not like one building is like that. Like the entire city is full of these monuments, one after the other. So it does get a little overpowering on you. But again, a great place to walk around, canals all around, has a proper city vibe to it. Like in Bruges, what happens is you feel like you've went back in time. In Ghent,
mm.
it's like present and thoda sa, flavor of the past, and it's like
Uh,
it's a teleport of sorts. Like you are in the present, but in the same moment, you're also trying to experience
flashback.
something from the medieval times.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that was like
Listening to
Bruges
you,
and Ghent
uh,
was the peak of our trip. I mean, the peak came a little too early,
yeah.
but yeah, yeah, that was the peak.
I guess listening to you, have you read the book Atlas Shrugged by Ayn
I
Rand?
haven't, I haven't.
You will like it if you're because listening to you, I understood you like to observe uh, minor things, minor details,
Hmm,
get the vibe of the place.
hmm.
And so Atlas Shrugged is about an architect and his principles of how a building should be, and there is a story around it. But I think you will like it because the way you're describing the cities, right? It's literally painting them on canvas. It's like one can visualize, one can draw it to the minute, minute details, how it should be, right? And very interesting because I think what has happened is when I listen to stories or episodes, the way each one describes tells how they are in person or how they look
How
at
they
the
see the
world, right?
place, yeah, yeah. How they
Yeah.
view the world.
So very intriguing because you are one of the first ones who is describing it in this way, and that reminded me of Atlas Shrugged. Because you will like that book. You should definitely read it, though it is a big one, 700-800 pages, but do
Yeah,
go through.
yeah. Hopefully someday. I
So
think that was the only reason I couldn't muster the courage to finish the
you
book.
will
But
love it.
I'm
Some of
aware of the John Galt speech, the 70 pages long speech that Atlas Shrugged has. So yeah, someday.
so Can't you describe? So was Game of Thrones short over there, or was it like the vibe you described, which you
Sorry, come
mentioned?
again?
Was Game of Thrones short over
No, no,
there,
no,
or
no, no.
was
I
it the
don't know
vibe you
where Game of
mentioned?
Thrones was shot,
Okay,
but uh, it seemed like one of those,
yeah, okay,
so if you could visualize the uh, the main seat that you get to see in
In
Game
the
of Thrones, which is the main key show art of the main poster
yeah,
of the show, which is made of the swords, everything, which is black
yeah,
in color.
yeah,
And
yeah,
when the kings address the
yeah,
court, so imagine the interiors of the court, right? In Game of Thrones,
yeah.
it's typically dark. It's black and white is the color scheme of that particular visual, right? Now just extrapolate that into the exterior as well. Okay,
Yeah.
and that's how Ghent is.
Since now you're detailing it out, I just feel Game of Thrones production should be actually a case study for all the streams, right? Who are doing MBAs, who are into marketing, who are into
Yeah,
architecture,
yeah,
who are into any kind of creative stuff, because it's brilliant.
yeah,
Each detail, each view, each set, I think it was brilliant.
yeah,
Even the editing part.
yeah.
But let's move back. So that was
Yeah, so that was
Brussels,
that
right?
was Belgium for us. So the
Yeah,
next
Belgium.
day we wanted to explore Brussels. We wanted to see
Yeah,
the Cinquantin Park, and we wanted to
yeah,
chill also a little because
yeah,
the Bruges and Ghent trip took a toll on
yeah,
us, and the weather was also a little too harsh.
okay,
So we decided that one more day we'll just stay in Brussels, walk around, and Brussels is also like one of the very important political centers of Europe,
yeah,
right? So a lot of important buildings exist there.
yeah.
So yeah, we went to Cinquantin Park, and then there are few things to just walk around and observe and all of that. So yeah, that was Brussels.
So what about food? Because Belgium is associated
Food
with
is brilliant.
certain food
The
also.
food scene is
Yeah,
brilliant. Like if you are someone who enjoys hot waffles,
yeah,
it's the place to be. If
yeah,
I mean the mulled wine and the rest of the wines are always available during the winters. I like the food. The food was
yeah,
definitely good, but nothing that I could like talk to you about off the hat and tell you, oh, this was great, and one should definitely
yeah.
try this. Nothing of that sort. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So next stop was from Belgium. I
Yeah.
guess
So
you
from
guys went to
here,
Netherlands. Yeah,
like I think we are done by roughly 7 days of the trip by now. So
yeah,
half the trip was done. From here, we went to Eindhoven,